Elder Scrolls Online has released big news that followers of the MMORPG probably don't find surprising, because this is one of the handful of MMOs that just keeps pumping out content. And now is a great time to jump in, as they are running the Play It For Free event at the time of this recording, and everyone gets access to the excellent Morrowind expansion that released a few years ago. Normally, Elder Scrolls Online is a buy-the-box cost type MMO, and then they had the optional VIP monthly service. But in any case, they released their plans for the second quarter of 2022, and these are some tasty big updates planned for June 6th, 2022. So let's talk about it. The new High Isle chapter is coming, and for those that don't know, this is the chapter The Legacy of the Breton story, and it will explore the Breton culture, and they are trying to steer clear of the classic Armageddon style storylines and go more into political intrigue and faction issues for Elder Scrolls Online instead. With the lore backbone that the Elder Scrolls series has, I think this is a smart move, and also, there can't always be some new Daedra Prince with a new plan to conquer Tamriel, or can there? You can expect a coastal town on the island, lots of environments including a prison jungle, and so much more. They are promising 30 hours of story content for the High Isle chapter, and if you enjoy Elder Scrolls stories in the past, ESO is completely filled with more and more and more of it. They also announced a new card game system, Tales of Tribute, which I think is really cool, as it's a horizontal type approach to content. You can expect a strategy card game that you can play with real folk in Elder Scrolls Online or against NPCs. Final Fantasy XIV does a lot of these kind of side activities, and I think things like this are really well appreciated as an extra thing to do in the virtual world. Now, the other cool part about this is that it has a storyline to go along with it, by working your way up the ranks and battling your way through NPCs out in the world. So it can be seen as both a single player activity as well as a multiplayer component as well. I truly hope they do in-game tournaments at a single location in Tamriel to gather people together to watch and play. That would be fantastic. If you plan on playing, just know that first you will have to complete a tutorial and you'll get a starter deck to get out there and start playing. There will be quests out in the world that will gain you extra decks and cards to add to your collection. There are rewards for winning in the game too, such as cosmetics, furniture, gold, crafting mats, transmute stones, and more. They're also adding a new trial, the Dreadcell Reef, which can be played in normal or veteran, and will include new armor rewards, as well as titles, a mount, markings, and dye. Testers are reporting that even the trash fights are very difficult with high damage, and it sounds like this will be quite the challenge for your group come June 6th. They're also releasing 2 new companions, Isabel and Ember, and new world events, the Volcanic Vents, where players will be tasked with helping the Stone Lord Druids investigate and shut down volatile volcanic fissures plaguing the islands of Sistris. Real quick before we continue, I want to give a major shout out to the members of Napalm. Thanks to their contributions, I can get the equipment and gear that I need to keep this channel ticking, covering MMOs, RPGs, and of course, puppets. If you're interested in becoming a member of Napalm, please click the join button down below. It would be greatly appreciated. And a very special major shout out to the Lords of Napalm, Bounty Code, We Toke Bitcoins, Jared Woodhouse, Daimlos, and Farthest Reach. Thank you for your highest tier membership. Now onto the video. There will be 10 new item sets and 5 new mythic items, new collections, furnishings, and dyes, and of course, new achievements and titles. There are also some updates to the game itself incoming, such as being able to change the music that plays on the title screen, updates to the quick slot wheel functionality, new houses and house guests, and some other unidentified accessibility improvements. Overall, just as expected, a hefty update, and as I said before, with Elder Scrolls Online now being free, at least at the time of this recording, and Morrowind being open to all from now on, it's a great time to see what Elder Scrolls Online has to offer. This is one of the newerish MMORPGs that I continue to have respect for, and this is in large part due to how much new content it receives. I really love the graphical style, and it really does offer something for everybody. It has very challenging group content, the dungeons are fantastic, it has public dungeons and instanced dungeons, it has epic-sized PvP battles in Cyrodiil, and more tame and controllable PvP arenas. It has tons of lore and story, and single-player activities galore as well. This is one of the MMOs I always come back to, and I always play it and enjoy it. It does have its list of options. I'm not a real big fan of the crates where it's kind of a loot box kind of system. I don't really like that. They've made some improvements by adding systems in place where you can earn things in game that normally would come from the cash shop, and that's a plus. But in reality, most of the things that I don't like about ESO really just boils down to the combat. Not very many abilities. Now, it's a decent amount because you can switch weapons, etc. There's just something about that combat I'm not a huge fan of. I can deal with it. It is the kind of game I actually do prefer to play with a controller most of the time, which generally means that the controls aren't very complex, but that's okay. I do actually like this MMO. But that's all I got for updates coming to Elder Scrolls Online, so let me know what you think. Are you going to play? Are you already playing? Which of these are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments down below, and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video to help me fight the YouTube algorithm. And please consider subscribing as we climb to 20,000 subs, and I cover MMORPGs and RPGs here, and I would love to add you to my family. Until next time though, my friends, God bless and happy gaming.